morning, Jackednnerdy fans. Jeremy here with a non-spoiler review for the latest Guy Ritchie film, Operation Fortune. Now, before I jump into that review, as always, if you haven't done so already, please make sure you hit that subscribe button. That way you guys never miss out on a video. And if you do enjoy our content, please make sure you give these videos a thumbs up. That lets us know that you guys are enjoying the content that we're putting out there, and it encourages us to keep going. So, with that out of the way, Operation Fortune, the latest installment from Guy Ritchie. I am a massive Guy Ritchie fan. I love almost everything that he's done. Especially one of the most recent films that he's done, The Gentleman. If you don't know me all that well, The Gentleman is one of my all-time favourite films and is in my top 5 films ever made. So when I found out this was his next movie, I was very, very excited. And the trailers did look very, very entertaining. So, going into this film, I did have high expectations, being a Guy Ritchie fan. And I did thoroughly enjoy the movie. It is a very, very entertaining, fun film. As we've come to expect from Guy Ritchie, there's a lot of humour, lots of familiar faces because he does like to work with the same kind of people quite often. I go to admit it's not my favourite Guy Ritchie film, but then again, when you look at his list of other films, he's got Snatch, he's got The Gentleman, he's got King Arthur, Lock, Stock, all these other fantastic films. There's a lot of competition, obviously. So whilst it's not my favourite Guy Ritchie film, it is still very, very entertaining, and I would still rank it up there. It is a very enjoyable film that you can watch on a Saturday night, a date night, a lazy Sunday afternoon. It is very, very entertaining. The overall premise is your typical spy thriller style film. Elite operative, arms dealer, threat to the world, trying to work out what's going on. But then there are all these comedic elements worked into it as well. So not your typical spy thriller, but very, very entertaining nonetheless. They are classifying it as an action comedy, which I agree 100%. If you didn't know already, some of the cast in this film, obviously you've got Jason Statham in the lead action hero role, who I absolutely love Jason Statham ever since the Transporter days. Then we got Aubrey Plaza, who is just absolutely gorgeous and a fantastic actress. Hugh Grant, who plays the antagonist, so to speak. He is so funny in this film. It's almost an extension of his character, or a more evil. Not even more evil. It's like an extension of his character from The Gentleman. There are very similar elements, but again, obviously being a completely different person, different set of scenarios and what have you. But I wasn't a Hugh Grant fan in the past, like in the 2000s and what have you, especially when he was doing in the rom-com phase and all that. I wasn't a big fan of Hugh Grant, but now that he's a lot older and a lot more mature and picking his roles, and being more selective about his roles, I'm really, really starting to enjoy him a lot more. Obviously loved him in The Gentleman, his cameo in Glass Onion, his role in Operation Fortune. So I'm really digging Hugh Grant at the moment. So Josh Hartnett is also in this. He he's a very underrated actor. He's had fantastic roles in the past. Black Hawk Down, again, one of my top 5 all-time films ever made. He was fantastic in. He's been in 30 Days of Night. He's a very, very talented, but also a very underrated actor. So, and he did a fantastic job in this. So, big thumbs up to Josh Hartnett. Kerry, now I always butcher his name. Kerry Elus. Again, fantastic actor. Loved him ever since The Princess Bride. Robin Hood Men in Tights. He's a fantastic comedic actor. And again, and especially now that he's getting older and picking his roles, being more selective in his roles, again, he's only getting better with age. So Kerry was fantastic in this. But one of the big standouts to me in this film was Bugsy Malone. Now, you would recognise him from The Gentleman. He was in The Gentleman. And whilst he only had a very small role in The Gentleman. Obviously, it was memorable, but it was a very small role. In this film, they've given him a much bigger role, and they've given him a lot more to work with and to kind of really come out as an actor and stretch his acting chops. And he did fantastic. He is a very strong man. He's a very large man, like big in stature, strong, and he has a presence about him which they very much utilised to his advantage in this film, and I think it worked fantastic. So I thought he was absolutely fantastic in this film, and I'm really interested to see his progression in the film industry and see what he does and where he goes. So Bugsy Malone was definitely a big standout to me in this film as well. So probably I'd say the two most biggest standouts is Bugsy Malone and Hugh Grant. I absolutely loved both of their characters in this. Jason Statham is Jason Statham. He always does a fantastic job, especially in the lead roles. But Bugsy Malone and Hugh Grant were my two big standouts in this film, and I absolutely loved seeing them on screen. So, obviously, directed by Guy Ritchie, produced by Guy Ritchie, written by Guy Ritchie. As I've come to expect with all of his works, he's very hands-on in his roles. Again, I'd have to say I was very, very happy with this film. Very, very satisfied. It is a good action flick. So I can't knock it. I cannot knock it. Very, very good. I'll definitely be watching it again with Mrs. Jackednnerdy as soon as we've got an opportunity to do so. Not the greatest Guy Ritchie film, like not my favourite Guy Ritchie film, but still, exactly what I've come to expect from Guy Ritchie in terms of humour and action and story and everything. So I was not disappointed at all. IMDb currently have it at 7 out of 10. And Google have it at 93%. So, there's a little bit of a gap there. Personally, I would give it a good 8 out of 10. Yeah, I reckon 7.5, 8 out of 10. I'd give it. Very entertaining. Great rewatchability. Fun, enjoyable. So yeah, 7.5 to 8 out of 10. I would give this film personally. But I would like to know what you guys think. Have you seen Operation Fortune? Did you enjoy it? What would you rank it out of 10? Is it up there with the greatest Guy Ritchie films ever made? Or is it lower on the Guy Ritchie totem pole? Hit me up in the comment section below. Let me know your thoughts on Operation Fortune. Also, we are always open to feedback. If there's a particular film coming out over the next couple of months or TV series, if there's an action figure, a Lego set, anything at all in the pop culture sphere, if there's something that you would like to see us do a review of, hit us up in the comment section below, let us know, and we will do whatever's in our power to make that happen. So again, hit us up in the comment section below, give this video a thumbs up, and if you haven't done so already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. And until next time, guys, stay jacked and stay nerdy.